Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakakadash. Shalom, Labakarium, Shor Yasharala, Dabuanas. To the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Oh, man, I've been going. Whew, boy, it's been a week, boy. It's been a week and last week. It's been going through it. All right. Oh, shit. Bear with me, brothers. Bear with me. So, I ran into this video on YouTube. See this Jake right here out there doing the work. You know, and what I want to say is, this is why it's very important, especially in these last days, you know, for us to have the proper leadership and to actually learn from the correct leadership in Israel, because there are many false prophets out there. You got a lot of different groups out there. You know, if you're not from the original One West, then for the most part, you know, you got other groups that splinter from One West. You know, you got groups just, you know, just popping up, you know, wearing t-shirts. You know they're Israelites. They get the tripod, they go out into the street, whatever. You know, 9 out of 10, for the most part, they're doing it because of, you know, the entertainment and popularity that it gets on YouTube, and, you know, people and the audience and likes, subscribers, etc. Now, me saying this too, that, you know, at the same time, you're gonna have certain men that may be sincere, you know, but as they could be sincerely wrong. All right, and the first thing that you notice about this picture right here is that this older Jake right here, I do give him that. He's out there. He's doing the work. He's out there in public. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's consistent. I don't know him from nothing, but what you notice is that he has the t-shirt with the fringes on, you know, so that's one flag. Another red flag is this guy right here that's walking up to him. He's approaching him. He seems to appear to look like an Edomite. But as he get closer, he's going to tell him that his father's German or something like that, you know. And right away, if you're not in the spirit and you're not taught the right leadership, you're going to assume quick that anyone that has white skin or appears to look like a so-called white man, you're going to label him as an Edomite quick. You know, and that's going off. This is why I said it's very important to have the right leadership. All right? Because the scripture speaks about testing the spirits. We understand that the tribes, we've been scattered all over the planet. There's countless of scriptures over and over in the scripture in the Bible that speaks about us looking like the other nations. All right, being a speckled bird. You know, even learning the traditions and customs of the other nations. You know, we're not all gonna look black. We're not gonna look Puerto Rican, Hispanic. And even at one time, when you hear the story of our beloved Apostle Ramla, where he was looked down at because he was light, when he first was part of One West years ago. But as you grow in the spirit and you learn more and get the deep spiritual understanding of what we're involved in, you understand it's not about skin color. It's not about how you look. You're going to have Israelites that are going to look white. They're going to look Indian. They're going to look Chinese. They're going to look Arabic. So that's the second flag. So this man right here, I'm going to play it. He's going to call him an Edomite quick without even testing his spirit. Now, if he's an Edomite, he's an Edomite. The Lord knows who he is. So let's play it.
So what you doing?
What's your race? What's your dad's race?
Race. Okay.
What's your race? What's your dad's race?
I'm not racist.
No, I said, what's your race? And your dad's race?
I didn't really know my dad too much. I think he was German.
Okay. So you white? Okay. Now I want you to look at me up and down. All right, look at me. I'm gonna ask you something, okay? Is I'm a black man?
Looks like it.
No, I asked. That's why I said look before I told you that. Is I'm black? Look at me. Is I'm black?
Yeah.
My shirt is black, man.
Brown. Dark brown.
So how can I be a black man?
There are people that are darker, yes.
There ain't nobody that's colored. So now flip it on you. Are you white?
Guess I'm like a pinkish, pinkish, maybe.
Pinkish. You red.
Okay. Sometimes.
You come from a man called Esau.
Esau.
Never heard that before?
I know about the Bible.
So you know about Esau?
Old Testament, right?
Well, it's in the New Testament too. So how do God feel about Esau?
Esau did something though. He sold his birthright. He wasn't supposed to do that.
So what?
He did something that he shouldn't have done. Since he sold his birthright, that was something very bad.
So that's your forefathers, right?
I mean, it's not me personally. That's just something he did.
I mean, you are what your father is, right?
No, not necessarily.
Well, let's go to it. All right. It's number 118. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree, their genealogy, right, after their families by the house of their father. So you are what your father is. But you said your father was so-called German, right? So you're a so-called white man, but you're Edomite.
12 tribes of Israel.
So you're Edomite.
Well, you know who the 12 tribes of Israel is? You know who they are?
You tell me.
The 12 tribes are the 12,000. There are certain Israeli people, but 12,000 of the 12 tribes are actually they're spared from tribulation. Only a certain amount of these 12 tribes, 12,000 from each tribe, is spared from tribulation. They get sealed so they're not hurt of God's wrath.
Hey, brother. Hey, can I talk to you for a quick second?
I ain't got time, man.
2 seconds.
We got to be ready for tribulation.
You see? And that's another, and you see what just happened, right? Meanwhile, he has this person right here in front of him, appears to be a so-called white man, and he's quick to call this man an Edomite rather than, and then he looks down at a so-called black man, and he calls from far. He's down the block by the store. And he yelled at him to come over here. Just 2 minutes, begging him. And what you heard, I don't have no time for it because our people don't want to listen. Here you go. This man right here, he's inquiring. But you really don't want to deal with this man because he looks like a so-called white man. And that's the wrong leadership that you're following. More likely you're watching these different groups like Sakari, Wi-Fi, you know, HOI. You know, a lot of these groups, they go off, they quickly, you know, condemn, you know, certain men and women that come up looking like they're white or like the other nations. You can't do that. You just can't do that, man, because this man could possibly be, there's Israelites that ruled Europe. They ruled Germany. They ruled Scotland. They ruled Ireland. They ruled Spain. They ruled France, Portugal. They ruled all of that over 1,000 years. Then you had Jake just mingling his seed everywhere. So you can't do that. That's a lack of leadership. That's because more than likely this guy right here is listening to different groups. More likely he's not listening to Great Millstone. And if he is, he's not paying attention, because Great Millstone apostles don't teach that. They teach what's in the scripture. Scripture says to test the spirits. You know? And the reason why I brought this up, because let me get Sirach 11 and 2. The reason why I brought this up is because, you know, this is very important, man. This is nothing to play around with. When it comes to this ministry and what we're doing out there, we're warning our people, the Israelites, but mostly we're trying to seal the elect and pray that we're part of that number. But when it comes, it's come with the spirit of discernment. We have to make sure to ask the Lord for the spirit of discernment, because you can be casting away a brother that's an Israelite because of his looks. And a lot of groups are doing that. A lot of men are going to have a lot of accountability to pay for. They're going to have to answer for that. You out there yelling, you got the tripod. Y'all know how it goes. One guy reads the scripture, the rest of the camp, repeats it, synchronized noise and loud. A public show, man. Meanwhile, you don't even know if this man is an Israelite. He might not, Let's read verse 2, Sirach 11 and 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. Let me read that one more time. Sirach 11 and 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. And that's what this guy was doing right here. You can't do that, because you don't know. This man said his father's a German. He's inquiring. He didn't come up hostile. I mean, I'm just 2-3 minutes in, but that's the first thing I noticed. So this thing is very important, man. That's why I said the right leadership is very important, to be under the right leadership and learning from the right leadership in Israel. Second Corinthians 10 and 7. Let me see something. 2 Corinthians 10 and 7. Let's highlight this real quick. Do ye look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trust to himself that he is Christ, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Christ, the anointing, even so are we Christ, the anointings. So the question is, we can't be looking at things on the outward appearance, man. It's all over the scriptures, man. Get one more. Got a whole bunch of them, but I'm gonna make this quick because, I've been going through it. I don't want to put all my issues out here in these lessons, but I pull a muscle on my lower back and I'm hurting like hell and I barely can walk straight. I'm in pain and I'm laying in the bed. And for my true, sincere brothers out there and sisters, I'm only asking for the house of mourning, house of faith, the true, sincere brothers and sisters. You put some prayers up for me, because this shit hurt, man. It's 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not in his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai looketh on the hearts. So whoever this guy is right here, you need to read 1 Samuel 16. And you really need to re-examine who you're following. All right? But that's just to show you, man. Everybody that think they can just go out there and teach, man, is not a teacher, man. And that's the first thing that Jake, he messed up in, because what Jake think is, the first thing he thinks is that he can go out and teach. No, man. Everybody's not a teacher. Everybody's not a prophet. You go and Jake just want to do his own thing, man. You find a camp close to you and you fringe. But first you find the right leadership, which is Great Millstone. But just to show you, man, Jake's just off, man. This thing is very serious. It ain't just putting a shirt with fringes on and setting up a tripod in front of a store, and the first white man you see him approaching you call him a Edomite. Then you're shouting, yelling to some that you perceive to be a Jake to come listen, because he looks abhor. He looks like a Jake. But Jake said he ain't got no time for you. But here you got a man here that has time, but you look down at him. That's wrong. That's not the proper way of doing things. It's a way of conducting yourself when you teach and you go out to the highways and byways. It's a way of how you conduct yourself. But hey, man, Jake gonna be Jake, man. Jake just want to do his own thing, want to climb a whole different way. And I promise you, this man is watching a lot of groups. A lot of groups. But yeah, I just wanted to show that, bring this up in the spirit, that this thing is spiritual. It ain't about fringes and a tripod and just, no, it ain't about that. It's more than that. Shalom.